Hello guys, I am V Sai Srinivas of 10th class from Mathman. So today I will be telling you and explaining today's editorial. So let's get started. So today our editorial's title is Sensitive and Precise. Trafficking needs a wholesome approach that is cognizant of the causative factors. Undoubtedly, trafficking is a pernicious offense, one that societies and governments must have zero tolerance for, and yet handling the offense of trafficking needs precision, not a sledgehammer. In its current form, the draft Trafficking in Persons Prevention, Care and Rehabilitation Bill 2021 seems to be lacking in nuance, even if well intentioned to stamp out exploitative trafficking. The bill, which is shortly be introduced in the Parliament, aims at preventing and countering trafficking in persons, particularly women and children, to provide for care, protection, and rehabilitation to the victims while respecting their rights and creating a supportive legal, economic, and social environment for them. So trafficking. So trafficking means it. So a band of people will kidnap women, children, and others, and they will use them to do their chores. So that is called as trafficking. And in some cases, they might even sell these people they kidnapped as slaves to some people. The government should show no tolerance for trafficking. It must take everything it can to prevent it from happening. A new bill is going to be passed in 2021 in the Parliament regarding trafficking. In the bill, the government is going to prevent trafficking and provide rehabilitation and economic and other social help to those who have experienced it. To deal with trafficking, the government need to be very careful. It shouldn't act like a sledgehammer. So a sledgehammer destroys everything that is hit with it. So that is not the correct approach that should be given at this. This new bill will provide new rules, and it would help a lot of people and keep them even safe. If I go further, this is the bill's second iteration. The first was passed in Lok Sabha in 2018, but then meandered into nothingness as it were never introduced in the upper house. Notably, the bill has expanded the area under coverage to include offences taking place not only within India but also outside it. It envisages the setting up of anti-trafficking committees at the state and national level to implement the provisions when passed. In the days the bill was up in the public domain for comments, civil society activists and legal experts have criticized its various provisions and submitted that an overzealous approach would blur the nuances and an understanding of the contributing factors, including vicious poverty, debt, lack of opportunity, and development schemes missing their mark. So, guys, this is the second time the bill is going to be passed in the Parliament. In 2018, the bill was initially passed in the Lok Sabha, but most of the people had rejected it, and it was just like it hasn't been even introduced. It is such a failure. So present, they don't want to repeat the same mistake. So they are already setting up committees of anti-trafficking at state and national level at different parts of India, so that it would be helpful when this bill is implemented. So some civil activists and other experts criticizing the bill because it is an overzealous approach to this problem. Some of the provisions of the bill will not be up to the mark. The contributing factors to this problem are poverty, debt, lack of opportunity, and development. So these schemes should be regarded in the bill so that it could be even more helpful. Vociferous opposition has arisen over the key aspect of handling over investigation in trafficking. The crimes to the NIA, both by who believe that it would be a burden the already stretched unit further, and those arguing that this move would be an attack on federalism by removing local enforcement agencies out of the picture. Another key criticism of the bill has been in its broad definitions of victims, smacking of refusal to consider consensual sexual activity for commerce. This would only land up criminalizing sex work and victimization of the exploited. Bringing pornography into the definition of sexual exploitation would not allow even for any adult consumption of non-exploitive consensual material. Reporting of offences has been made mandatory with penalties for non-reporting, but those with an understanding of the tortuous process point to the fact that the victims often do not want a complaint to be recorded. One of the most problematic thing of this trafficking is that some of the women and people who were trafficked will be forced to take part in pornography, and the sexual activity will be there, and most of the victims of those activities will not want to register a complaint. That is, they think that their reputation might be spoiled if something such as a sexual activity regarding them is in the public. So most of the people will be stepping back. So the government want to take a new step, and they don't want to allow the exploitation of any kind of pornography, and they will not even allow for any adult consumption of this kind of non-exploitative material. So any such thing done, they will be endorsed with heavy penalties, and it will be mandatory for them to understand it. The opposition are advising that the key aspect of handling that investigation to the NIA regarding the trafficking crimes is a good move because it would be solved fast. But there is a problem. It would increase the burden which was stretched until further. So some people are arguing that this move would be an attack on federalism by removing local enforcement agencies out of the picture. The mention of the death penalty for various forms of aggravated trafficking offences needs to be flagged too. The government will do well to scan and incorporate the responses to its bill in order to ensure that the fence does not eat the crop. While sexual exploitation and trafficking can be ghastly crimes invoking public horror, for the state not to employ a wholesome approach cognizant of causative factors, one would be sensitive and precise, would be equally horrific. Some of the trafficking offences might be even punished with a death penalty. The government will do everything it can to bring the bill in order so that they could ensure that uh, the society doesn't get harmed. The sexual exploitation and trafficking are considered as very big crimes and they will be faced with public horrors. That's it guys, thank you.